Hello and welcome to a review of what I think is the best budget laptop, the Dell Inspiron 7000. I did make an unboxing of this laptop, so if you'd like to watch that, the link is in the description below. Before I get into the video, I'm going to be making a question and answer video, so if you want any questions answered about technology, gaming, or myself, please leave a question in the comments below or tweet at me. My info is in the description below. I'll make a video sometime in the first week of August, so you have time to think of a question. Let me just say this, I know that there are laptops capable of doing so much more, but I am focusing on the pricing and what you get for that price. Let's begin with a quick timeline, or price line, I guess. There are laptops like the Razer Blade, which start at around $1,000, and then there are the Dell XPS laptops around $1,300, the Microsoft Surface laptops are also around $1,300, and the MacBooks around $1,300 or $1,400. I know there's a huge variety of laptops out there, but these are the most popular. Most laptops around the $1,000 to $1,300 range have an Intel Core i5 processor with 8 gigs of RAM and a 256 SSD. Well, that's exactly what this laptop has. The Dell Inspiron has a Core i5 processor. This model I have here is the 2016 version that I bought almost a year ago, so it has a Skylake 6200U, 8 gigs of RAM and a 256 gig SSD. For the $600 price that I bought it for on Amazon, you can't beat it. It has an aluminum body, which is rare in laptops at this price point, a backlit keyboard, which feels very nice, a touchscreen which I never use but it's nice to have, and a hinge that allows you to completely flip the screen and use it in tablet mode. Again, I almost never use this feature, but it's nice to have. Sure, the more expensive laptops may come with a dedicated GPU, but if you really need that stuff for gaming or video editing, then you shouldn't be watching this video in the first place. I bought this laptop to take to school since I was barely starting college a year ago, and I was thinking that after a couple of months I would buy a more powerful one. Well, fast forward a year, I don't believe it's necessary to upgrade. This laptop still works just like I did on day one, with not a single problem in a year. With its aluminum design, it's aged well, and there's really no sign that this is a year old. The keyboard is still perfectly functional, the screen looks perfectly fine. It's a full HD display, by the way, and the performance, most importantly, is spot on. This laptop has a USB 3 port, HDMI port, USB Type-C port, headphone jack with a charging port on one side and a USB 2.0 port on the other side, along with an SD card reader, which is crucial for you content creators out there. On the right side you also have your power button and volume buttons, which aren't usually there, but are there because in case you want to use it in tablet mode, they're easily accessible. They don't get in the way using it normally. I know I said that the more expensive laptops are better for more power demanding things. This one can do its fair share of tasks as well. If you're into making videos for YouTube but need a budget laptop, this one will do just fine as long as the type of video isn't too demanding, like 4K. I'd say you can edit vlogs or videos like this one in something like Adobe Premiere Elements, which is just what I use on my desktop. The i5 processor would be powerful enough for that. Programs like Microsoft Office ones are easily mastered on this laptop, so you don't have to worry about that if you're using it for school. Just keep in mind that there are only 256 gigs in here, and I'm not sure there's bigger storage options. 256 gigs has been perfectly enough for me. I still have like 150 gigs available, so I don't use much storage. I leave all the hefty stuff to my desktop. Watching videos on YouTube and watching Netflix has also been buttery smooth. You can watch up to 4K videos on YouTube if your internet allows it, but it will get warm, especially if your room temperature is hot. On a typical day, watching YouTube videos in full HD, browsing the web, using Microsoft Word, laptop got warm at its worst. It really doesn't get hot unless you are a power user. I wouldn't recommend gaming in here simply because there's no dedicated graphics card. The battery life has been magnificent for the time I use it. I take it to school every day on a full charge. I still carry my charger with me just in case. The charging brick isn't that big, by the way. On a day with about 4 to 5 hours of screen on time, the battery holds up and still has juice for at least a couple more hours with no heavy use. Keep in mind that in those hours I'm watching YouTube videos, typing my papers, checking emails, regular school stuff, and it lasts a full school day. That is what I like. Occasionally I'll have to plug it in, but it's no big deal. On this 13.3 Full HD display, the colors aren't the most vibrant, but they're definitely not bad. Brightness is also not bad, but it can be brighter outdoors. The keyboard has a comfortable amount of travel, and each key is backlit, so you can easily use this in the dark with no issues. There are 2 levels of brightness for the keyboard, and you can also turn it completely off. For those of you wondering what the keyboard sounds like, here's a quick sound test. The trackpad does its job as well, and I have not noticed any issues with it. So, to top it all off, this is the best budget back to school laptop because it gives you the best performance for your money. It has solid build quality, a nice screen, USB Type-C, and an SD card reader, a touchscreen, and a great backlit keyboard. There are different options for the people interested. I'll have the links to Amazon where you can see the latest versions. This is not a sponsored video for those of you wondering. And as always, leave a like if you found this video helpful, comment any questions you may have, and subscribe for more. Have a great day.